there are talking about tone, there are three ways that you can talk about tone. So far, Andy and Gabby have only chosen one way to talk about tone, which is related to abs, related to the third, the vowel. Could you improve tone through the A or the B? Yes. Don't forget about alignment and breath. I mean, vowel is probably the most important with a group like this because we all sing pretty well. But don't forget, you can be talking about tone via breath and alignment too. How is our seated posture? I don't know. What's our piece?
It is sicut cervus. That might be good to know. Can I get an A flat?
Help a friend out, or the whole class. Help people come out. I don't think a lot of people. I don't think people.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay, who is missing it? Make sure.
I emailed it to everyone, and I specifically said you have to print it out. You are a colleague in this class. You have to have your music. There's no excuse for not having it.
Everyone print it out.
Find it quickly. Get me your music fast. I emailed it to you and specifically said print it.
All right. Can we sing? Oh, sorry, I lost my spot real quick. Sing major scale. Do do. Do re mi fa sol la ti do. All right. Sing do again. Do. All right. Listen to the vowel. Hear it. How is it? Do. Think a lot of space. Actually, first off, everyone sit up. See a lot of slouch. It's raining outside. I get it. You know, it's gloomy. No one likes the rain. I love the rain. You know, hot cocoa, everything. Anyway, sit up. What? Hot cocoa's good. All right, sit up. Ready? Do. Either one. Ready? And. Do. Good. Sounding better. All right. How was your breath when you sang it? Be completely honest. It's fine. Mine wasn't that good when I sang it. Ready? Take a nice deep breath, right from the core, right at abs. Remember? Ready? Good, good. Sounds so much better. All right, one more time. Major scale. Ready? And. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Okay, perfect. Now let's go top of page 2. Pick up to measure 24. We're going to start with the phrase ita desiderat. We're going to start, when you have that phrase, come in and sing. If you don't have the phrase, don't sing it. On solfege, starting with the basses. All right, basses, what's your first note? Solfege wise. Do. Do. I like it. Nice enthusiasm. All right, 1 and. Sing, oh no, sorry, not page 24, page 2. Good catch, Laura, I like it. This time, sing on D, D, D. Not D, D, D. Everyone say D, D, D. D, D, D. A lot of T. D, D, D. D, D, D. Right, now. D, D, D. D, D, D. Do this with me. D, D, D. 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 Perfect. Can I get an A flat, please? Perfect. Same spot, basses on D. D. How did it feel, guys?
Great.
You feeling good?
Mm-hmm.
Does it feel like it's in a good spot?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We've collapsed again. We're all slouched.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it. I like it now. Good. All right. So, sorry, I lost where I was. Okay. So every time, everyone's entrance starts on how many beats? 4. Good. So on a long note, what do we generally do? Crescendo or decrescendo. In this instance, we're probably going to crescendo. Crescendo. You don't have to think crescendo, but think energy. Has anyone ever studied martial arts or anything like that? Has anyone? Good. Has anyone ever seen a Shaolin monk? We'll go with that. You know, the bald head, you know, the orangish robes.
Yes.
They study a thing called chi or ki, depending on how you read it. The basis of it is energy. It's fluidity. It's energy movement throughout the body. I want to see that personified, not personified. I want to see that in the notes. I want to hear it in the notes. When you get that D, is that the A flat? E, E, drive the energy through it. And then as soon as, that's going to be hard for you guys, but just, as soon as the second part comes in, kind of back off a little bit. But that first note, I want to hear that E. I want everyone, when they get into it, to spin the energy through it, through the note. Take it through, on that beautiful vowel. Same spot, still on D. Bases.
Is there something that we could do to actually physicalize the spinning?
Oh,
You did tell us.
Yes.
Okay, I didn't catch that. Let's see. Sorry, I had a lot more in my head when I was doing this. Now I'm losing. Can you give us feedback on what we just did? I liked it in the beginning. It was a lot of energy in the beginning, but just as your posture has indicated, we have kind of slouched back to our collapsed vowel of D. So if we can all stand up, how much time is it? So that's fine. Let's
Okay.
stop there. So what went well?
What went well? We read through the piece.
Did we?
We read through a section of the piece.
Yeah. I'm totally fine with people focusing on one section, but it's hard to start.
I know. No,
I would have loved for you to just said, and we would have had plenty of time because you talk a lot. You have great stories and you have great energy. But I wrote, stop talking so much. Right? In our first read-through, we don't need the monk story. I'm all about stories, but once we know the piece better, then you can inspire us with cool stuff. Just be like, this needs more breath energy. Great, that's 5 words. You can do it in 7 words or less, and then stand everybody and do this. Here we go.
Okay.
Right? But I am totally down for us to cite, remember, a gestalt. Let us see the whole piece, or in this case, you basically kind of did gestalt in that you let us see your section, but I think I'm totally biased in that I think we need to sing the whole piece, or a good chunk of it. And it's like with Gabby's, your sections are so short, you guys took me super literally with dividing up the piece.
I know, I didn't
And so it's like, oh dear Lord, God forbid anybody does a section that somebody else is also rehearsing. You should rehearse more than just 7 measures of a piece. You have 9 minutes and this choir reads well. You need things to do. Right? And so I'm not being critical of, it was a great rehearsal of really high energy. You focused on what you're supposed to focus on. It was great. But I think for reconnect with your colleagues and say, these 2 pieces so far are hella short. So you could read through, that would only take 1.5 minutes of your time to read through the piece once. Next time, maybe not, because it's not our first time through. But since you're the first one on the podium on this piece, I think it might behoove us to just feel a little bit like we can have some success. One thing I want you to listen for, was there a section out of the 4 sections that maybe needs help a little bit more than others?
Yes.
Which one?
That's a great question.
Look at them, they're telling you visually. The altos are struggling a little bit. Okay. So giving them some love, maybe having everybody help sing the alto part once, just to help kind of make them feel stronger there and that they can find their pitches a little bit better. But overall, great energy, good pacing. You have some great ideas. I love everything you did. I just want it to be more compact in terms of less chat. Okay, good.